Hi, it's Chester at Blue Pecan Computer Training, and in this video we're going to work out how to calculate straight line depreciation. So here's my example. I can enter an initial cost here. Let's change it to 25,000. Salvage cost is the value of the goods that you bought after its useful life. So I've said useful life is currently 5 years. Let's say that we change this to 1,500. Then I can put the useful life value for my IT equipment. So let's say it lasts 10 years. And you can see what it does down here. It works out your annual depreciation. So that's the amount that's going to depreciate each year. And it's going to be the same amount for straight line depreciation. And then you get this table down here. Lists the years, book value at the year start, so it starts off with the same value as the initial cost. Depreciation expense is the same every year, as I've said, for straight line depreciation. Accumulated depreciation, so that goes up by 2,350 in this case every year, and then the book value year end, and we end up with a value in this column of 1,500, which is the same as our salvage cost. Now this was created in Excel 365. I'm going to show you how to create it in earlier versions of Excel as well as in Excel 365. There are a number of advantages of doing it in Excel 365, but you can basically do the same calculation in earlier versions. Okay, let's get started. So there's 3 bits of information you need to do this calculation. First is the initial cost, what you bought the product for. In our example, it's IT equipment. Salvage cost, so that's going to be the value of the product after its useful life. So we're going to say that's 5 years. 5 years after we've bought the IT equipment, it's going to be worth £2,000. What we've got to do now is work out its annual depreciation, how much it's going to depreciate each year. And to do that, there is a function in Excel, SLN, returns the straight line depreciation of an asset for one period. This then needs these 3 bits of information. So your cost is your initial outlay. The salvage is the value of your goods at the end of the useful life. And life is the useful life value, which is in C5 in our example. So that gives you your annual depreciation value. So then you can create your depreciation table. You need numbers for every year of its useful life. So we start with 1 and we need to go down to 5. If I fill this down and then go to the autofill options, fill series, I get 1 through to 5. Next column, you need your book value at the start of the year. So a formula that you could create, that you could copy down the whole of this column, would be the initial cost minus the annual depreciation. Now, in year 1, there's no depreciation, but in year 2, it would be the initial cost minus 1 times 3,200. When you get to the 3rd year, it would be 2 times 3,200. So let's see what this formula would look like. We would take our initial cost, which I'd need to fix, and I'm doing that with the F4 key. If F4 doesn't work on your keyboard, type the dollars in, minus, and then it's going to be this number times the annual depreciation. But actually it's this number minus 1, because in the 1st year there is no depreciation. 2nd year there'll be 1 year's worth of depreciation. So it's always this figure minus 1. So open bracket, this figure minus 1 times the annual depreciation, which I also need to fix. So if I copy this down, I get my book value at the start of each year. Now, depreciation expense is the same for each row. So it'd be the annual depreciation, which I'd fix, and I would copy this down. Now, accumulated depreciation would be very simply this times the year value, and I need to fix that C6 reference. And then I can just copy that down. That gives me my accumulated depreciation. Now, book value at year end will be the book value at year start minus the annual depreciation, which I need to fix. And then if I copy this down, you see I end up with my salvage cost in the last row of the book value year end column. Okay, so this is one way you could do it in versions of Excel prior to Excel 365. Let's hop over to the next sheet and let's see how we could do it in Excel 365. So in Excel 365, again, you need the same three values, and I can use the SLN function to work out the annual depreciation. So there's my cost, salvage value, and life, which is in C5. So that's exactly the same. Now things get a little bit different in your depreciation table. In the year column, we're going to use the sequence function, and we only need to use the rows argument here. And all we do is point at our useful life value. Close the bracket, press enter, and you can see that it returns 10 numbers 1 through to 10. If I change this to 8, it would return 1 through to 8. Let's just change it back to 10. Now, book value at year start. Now you may remember that in our previous example we used this formula here, which was the initial cost minus the year value minus 1 times the annual depreciation. Now we can use a very similar formula in Excel 365, but with an important difference. So what is the difference? We're going to say our initial cost minus open bracket. Now, rather than just referring to 1 year, what we do is we refer to the whole of this spilled array. So the sequence function spilled its results into surrounding cells, and we want to refer to that whole spilled array. Now what you'll notice is that when I select the entirety of that spilled array, I get B10 hash in my formula, which shows that I am referring to the whole of that spilled array, minus 1 times the annual depreciation. Now I don't need to fix anything because I'm referring to a spilled array in this formula. This formula will also spill. Now depreciation expense, that's going to be the same value throughout this table. Now we also want it to spill down as far as there are year values here. So to get it to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say equals the annual depreciation minus these values plus these values. Now obviously if you minus the value and plus the value, you're actually adding 0, which is exactly what we want to do. I just want to refer to this spilled array so that this formula also spills down this column. Now accumulated depreciation would be the annual depreciation times these year values. You can see that that spills down that column as well. And the book value at year end. Now to get this to spill down this column, I'm going to say equals the book value year start minus the annual depreciation. I'll press enter and that fills down the rest of that column for you. The great thing about this is if I change, for example, the useful life value to 3, then it only shows me 3 rows worth of values. It's a much more dynamic solution using these spilled array formulas. Okay, that's all I wanted to cover in this particular video. Hopefully it's been useful. If it has, please do subscribe and I'll see you next video.